I saw, like, God forgive me, if I saw somebody step, like I'm in the mall and I see someone wearing my shoes and I see someone else step on your shoes, it's going down. I swear to God, bro. If you're wearing these shoes and you're like, hey, I'm in jail right now, I need help, I'm gonna come get you out.
Hey yo, welcome back to the 2 4 Rise podcast, where we document the rise and stardom of Winnipeg's talent and personalities. We got a good one today.
Season 2. Let's start it up. Well, I want to bring on our guest. We got a special guest for you guys today. He's a young entrepreneur, a creative genius, and we'll hook you up with some of the most dangerous kicks in the game. Please welcome the founder and CEO of Dangerous Kickz and a rising talent in Winnipeg, Daniel Okadara.
That's good, bro. Daniel Okadara.
This guy is huge, man. Like, I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, if it doesn't show on camera, sitting next to him, you can tell. You can tell.
Kind of like, I'm like trying to puff out my chest, you know what I mean? Like,
Nah, I got good posture.
Bro, like, you got good shoes too.
Hell yeah, bro.
You got good shoes.
It's part of it, man.
If you haven't checked out our vlog already, which came out just before this, hopefully, or it's up here, we designed a shoe with Daniel, or well, he did most of the designing, but
hey, I provided the outlet.
Yeah, they had moral support. Right?
Yeah.
Bro, let's talk about these, bro. Like,
What would you start?
wow. Like, first of all, my thing is just wow.
Yeah.
Like, look at these.
Absolutely insane, man.
Like, after you see something like this, then why would you want to wear plain Air Force One?
Yeah, exactly. Like, he came in and he brought his Gucci shoes. I think we have them right here, actually, right? Yeah. We'll show you guys later or something. But I felt those and I was like, bro, I don't want to wear a pair of regular Air Force Ones anymore.
Real. Bro, it's so, like, it's art.
Yeah.
It is art. Like, people who say that, like, yo, art's like just whatever you think. It's like what you do. It requires a level of skill, talent, and you do it very well. And watching behind the scenes, that's really when you know.
Yeah, like the amount of work that you put into these shoes, it's insane, man.
Like, the whole thing I wanted to do when you get shoes, I don't want you to be like, oh, somebody customized these, or somebody did. I want you to like open the box and be like, oh, I just bought these. Like, you just bought it from a store, you know? That's kind of the goal. Eventually, maybe there will be a store where you come in and you buy the shoes. But it's all the whole feeling, you know? When you get the caution tape, like, caution, this is dangerous in here, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole vibe. I want it to be a vibe, you know? Even when somebody's wearing it says dangerous on there. Watch out for that person. That person's going places, you know?
So dangerous. So your brand is Dangerous Kickz.
Yeah.
Right?
How'd you come up with that?
Yeah, so...
I don't know. Like, I wanted something that said cool, something that said different, but like, you know, like I didn't have any ideas. Like, I don't want to say cool kicks. Like, that's I don't know. No offense to kids, but like that sounds childish, you know.
If you say cool, it's not cool.
It's not cool, you know. Like I wanted something that had like something that would be like people would be like, whoa, yeah, you know, like it gets your. But I don't want it to be too. I want it to be like subtle, like dangerous, like. Watch out for that person. You don't need to say too much. You just say dangerous. Like, it's a label on there. You know what I'm saying?
Status.
Yeah. You don't got to say too much. Just Dangerous Kickz. That's it.
And that's crazy, man. Putting in that work behind the scenes is absolutely amazing. What made you want to start?
Being broke.
Hey, that's
literally anyone.
Like, I don't know. I always wanted like the Comme des Garçons Converses, and there was an ad on Instagram, I think, and there was Angela's Paint. They were selling a starter kit, like, oh, and you know they were advertising, and I was one of those suckers who clicked the ad and who bought it, and it was $35. But like, I have a big imagination, so like the whole process of just looking at this and seeing what's all in there, and it's $35. I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm so ready. I gotta do this, and then the shipping's $35 extra, which is. But like now if I don't get it, I'm gonna be like, damn, I could have had those, you know. So I did it and I got it, and I made my first pair of shoes, and I butchered the out of those. Like, I don't know, I'll try to send you guys a picture, maybe you can put it up.
We'll put it up.
Yeah, I think I got videos too, but like I thought it was so fresh, and I put some on my story. Yo, is this fresh? And you know,
what was the response?
People were like, it was fresh, but like the real ones told me
and those are the ones that matter. That's how you know you're gonna improve.
You gotta know, like, it was good, but like I was in such a hurry, you know. I was so excited.
Yeah.
I put it on, so much mistakes. It wasn't perfect. You know, I butchered them, but like after that, and then I'm done with my pair of shoes. What am I gonna do with the rest of all my paint now, right? Yeah. I used probably like $1 out of like the $70 I paid, you know. Yeah. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna do it for people, charge $5, get my money back, you know.
Was your plan to just do it for yourself?
Just for myself, for that one pair of shoes, which is stupid. Yeah, I just wanted one pair.
So what was your first client like? Like, what was that feeling like? Just having someone that be like, yo, I want you to customize shoes. I see something in you. You have a vision. Do it for me.
Yeah, like I think when I first started, nobody really trusted me with a brand new pair of shoes. Everyone would always be like, hey, I got a pair of shoes. I'm going to wear them a bit, and then I'll give it to you. Kind of like reduce the risk, you know? They don't want to risk losing their shoes. You know, which I understand that, right? But I think when I started getting the love more was when I was doing like the $5 off, I didn't really have Dangerous Kickz. Yeah. But like when I actually started Dangerous Kickz, I did Nipsey Hustles. Yep. And the love on those were crazy, and that's kind of how people started trusting me more. Yeah. And that's where we kind of took off on.
Well, you got to get comfortable before you even start like painting shoes, right? Even with everything you do, it's practice makes perfect. Yeah. So you got to get those shoes in there before you even start. What was that process like for you?
Cause I had to draw it on whatever I had, sheets of paper and whatever. I'll map it out, trying to get exactly what I want. And like a lot of times, because with shoes, like, I don't know, like over time I've gotten better, but if you make a mistake, the pain is meant to be like permanent, right? Yeah. So once you up, that's like getting a tattoo up. Yeah. You know? Yeah, like you can't get rid of it.
And these aren't cheap, man. You mess up on these, it's
your money.
You're wasting like
100. Yeah, 100. Yeah.
So how long did it take for you to actually realize like, yo, I can actually do this? Like you said your first shoe you messed up, all right? So then you go to a next shoe, right? Yeah. So how many shoes or how long did it take for you to be like, yo, I can actually create a decent pair of shoes and people are going to want this?
Yeah, so when I first started, I figured out really quick that the mistake I made was being too excited. I was trying to go through it quick. I wasn't paying attention to details. Yeah. I was going through it quick. And then after that, like I was doing things like changing shoe colors, right? People want to customize the colors on their shoes. They're like, oh, I'm tired of having on white. I want to spice it up a bit. And then I started taking on bigger projects, and I figured I could do it, but I just took so much time. That was the challenge, really. It wasn't making the perfect shoe. It was reducing the time, because I could spend 2 weeks on a pair of shoes. Yeah. Right? Because I was just like every little detail I was trying to get. I just had to get quicker with the detail, and that was what I really worked on, especially this past few months. Yeah. When I came up with I didn't come up with Louis Vuitton. When I started doing Louis Vuittons.
Let's talk about it. So you're designing of shoes, right? Yeah. You did the Nipsey Hustle, you did the Gucci fabric, and now Louis Vuitton. So how do you come up with these ideas or presets or?
Honestly, like, I'll never want to give somebody a pair of shoes that I would want to wear. Yeah. Right? So, like, if I'm ever going to come up with something, I got to, like, especially because, like, typically, except if somebody's like, hey, I want this, right? I've had some people who would be like, hey, I want this, and I'll be like, yo, this is a cool idea. Can you mind if I just keep doing it for other people? Because I think part of the experience is having your own personal shoe, right? Yeah. Some people don't want, like, some people want it to be like, oh, I have this design and I've seen other people wearing it, so it's cool. Or some people want to have a design and they're like, I don't want nobody else to have this. So, yeah, I would ask people, hey, like, can I use the design? But for the Louis Vuitton, I actually did a Fendi first. I did Fendi's first. Okay. Yeah, and those took forever. Yeah. Because Fendi's have, like, the two little F's. Yeah. And I think it's still on my Instagram, and those took me, I think, a month to do. And I wasn't good with it, so, like, I don't know, trial and error, what can I say?
Even seeing where you came from, like, I've looked at the pictures on your Instagram, obviously from the first shoot compared to the one that you just created about, like, an hour ago. Yeah. That's absolutely insane, bro. I'm looking at that, I'm like, I could throw those onto my feet right now, you know what I mean? Those are fire. Like, it's absolutely insane. What's your favorite piece that you created so far, overall, your collection?
My favorite piece? I think my favorite so far is my Dior's. Yeah. So far, my favorite. Well, and my Fendi's. I love where I started from. And the cool thing about the Fendi's was, like when I started, I didn't have a lot of people who were like back then. I thought 210 was too much. Nobody was like, oh, I'm gonna touch 210, right? These are 230s, and I have people buying them all the time. But back then when I started, nobody gave me the time of the day. But those back then they have like the Fendi eyes. They glow in the dark and they're really bright. Yeah. So like, yeah, I made them, and like I didn't have anybody buy them for the first few weeks or months, and I just had them in my closet. And I would wake up. I swear to God, I would wake up and I would be scared as. So you're just like glowing in the dark, and you're looking at you. But they were so cool. But and I love those shoes. I was disappointed that nobody really got them. But what are you gonna do? You just
you win some, you lose some, right?
We talk about like your highs, you're selling things. Was there ever a point where you were like, hey, maybe this may not work out? Was there ever a point where like it wasn't all yeah, it's working? Was there a point? Like was there ever a low point throughout? Because like entrepreneurs, they have their ups, they have their downs. Yeah. So was there ever a point where it was you were really like, hey, this is not for me or something like that?
Yeah, like before like COVID, before I had time really, like I was gonna just let it go, you know, like because I was working. Especially like with the Fenris, that was a hard time because I was excited. I knew the money was a lot, but I'd spend a month on these shoes. Yeah. So like the time was what I was putting into, and with the time I put then, like a 210 was too little, right? Yeah. I was thinking that was cheap, but people don't really see the time you put in. People see the product, which I guess is what you're trying to sell to them, a product. You're not trying to sell them your time, but at the same time, like you still feel that, you know.
It's a connection. You have a connection to it.
Yeah, with the shoes, you know. So yeah, even when I sold it by then, like it was hard to sell the shoes because now I love the shoes. So, but yeah, business, I don't know, like business is booming. Like I know, like I'm planning like on expanding, making the Dangerous team bigger, getting some Dangerous Steve. I don't know, you know, like the Face Clan kind of thing. I'm trying to like, if you buy a pair of shoes, like there's always something in there that says "Welcome to the family," and that's it to me. Like if like I've had people be like, "Hey, I'm getting this for my girlfriend, for my boyfriend," I just love your stuff, and I think they'll love it too. I'll be like, you know what, like that touched my soul. I'm giving you a discount. You know, like it's bad for business, but like, but that's my family. Like as soon as she or he says that person's my family now. You know.
Why is that so important to you? Why is it obviously you're trying to make money off of this, but why is your spin on it is so it's different? It's not even a business for you. It's a message. It's a family, right? Like you say. Why is that so important to you?
It's just, I don't know, man. Family over everything, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, like money's part of it. It's great to make money, you know what I'm saying? But like I have events planned out. I have things going on, like, and it's not always about the money, right? It's about like the community. Like it's like if the whole reason we have money in the first place, if I could give out free pair of shoes to my followers, I would do that in a second, you know? But the whole reason I have money in there is so I can keep it running, right? Because if I'm just giving out free shoes, how long am I gonna last? Exactly. You know? And the money's part of it. And like if someone is paying you for a pair of shoes or for anything really, you've got to make sure like that you're doing them right. You know, you're making it worth it. If I saw like, God forgive me, if I saw somebody step. Like I'm in the mall and I see someone wearing my shoes and I see someone else step on your shoes, it's going down. I swear to God, bro. If you're wearing these shoes and you're like, hey, I'm in jail right now, I need help, I'm gonna come get you out. just send me a picture saying, hey, I'm Dangerous fan, like that, and I got you. I promise anybody who's got it on, I got you.
That's real.
When we were talking about the shoes and making the vlog, you shared a story about how you got copyrighted with Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
What happened there?
Yeah, like I don't know, like Louis Vuitton just got it out for me, man. Like
they just don't want you. Right?
They just don't want me. Like back then when I first started with the Louis Vuitton, I told it they were a hit, and like if we searched it up it was the biggest. Like if we searched up Louis Vuitton shoes, my shoes were the first. Right now, my Gucci shoes. If we search up. Just gonna try it out. Search up custom Gucci shoes. My shoes are gonna be the number one there, and it's crazy, and it's the best thing ever when you can search up and find your stuff online. Yeah. You know, like and yeah, like I don't know, but Louis Vuitton was just after me. They emailed me and I was so happy, bro. I was honestly happy.
From Louis,
I was honestly happy. Like I ain't putting anything on Etsy anymore because they're gonna be looking there. And if they hit me up on my Instagram, if they hit me up on my Instagram, I'll be too excited. I think I'll tattoo the exact message on my arm.
You should send them the shoe.
I like how he thinks. It'll be worth the risk, whatever.
Find whoever sent you the email. Find the top person. Be like, yo, here. These are for you. These are for you.
You guys are like giving me. I promise. Like I'm gonna work towards that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work towards that. Oh, we're gonna be in trouble. Yeah, like I don't know. I think it's worth the risk. You know, like it's been a risk so far, and it's gonna be more risk. You know, like it's a family. We take the risks together.
You can't get anywhere without taking risks.
Yeah, it's a risk over reward kind of. And rewards sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But you know, that's something you're willing to do.
Community, you're about community. I saw one piece on your Instagram. It was for the Black Lives Matter.
Oh yeah.
Talk about that a little bit.
Man, like when Black Lives Matter came up, like it's a powerful message, you know, like, and it was a tough time, especially in the States. Not as much here, because obviously it's happening everywhere, but the States are a different breed. They're a different breed, but like it was happening everywhere. And I think one thing that really stuck with me was the fact that like George Floyd was like he was a big part of that, right? Yeah. But there's so many people. He wasn't the first. And I don't know. I don't wanna BS or anything, but he probably won't be the last. You know. Yeah. And I felt like all those names were hitting all through. So I had to put in the shoes. I had to put everybody's name on there, as much people's name as I could. And like, you know, it was messy or whatever. Like, but I tried to make sure everything had meaning. The splatters on the bottom, you know, for all the blood spilt. You know, I had the chain because all the chains that's been holding like Black Lives under it. And I put George Floyd's name. Like my brother was telling me to make his name pop. You know, because that's the name everybody's seeing. But like he matters a lot, but all those names matter equally, right? Yeah. So he's just part of it, right? It's a bigger thing. People just seeing one person, but there's been so many people, hundreds of people, and if I could put more names on there, I would. But I try to put as much of it in there. Like,
what's that feeling like when you see someone wearing that shoe?
Like, honestly, I haven't seen someone wearing that shoe, but the feeling that somebody buys it means a lot to them. I imagine. So yeah, like, and I have a lot of respect for those people who look at social matters and try to take a step towards it, because it's hard, you know.
Yeah. But we need to, like, as a collective, like anything that's hurting, like we should work together, like to do it together.
It's about breaking down the walls of religion, caste, color. It's about uniting humanity as one, right? Like Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. Yeah. We need to be that change now for the younger generations and younger generations to come, right? For sure.
One thing I love about you is you're innovating, right? Yeah. There's so many people who will start something and then just stick with that, and then eventually it dies out, right? Yeah. Like, one thing I love is that you're going into clothing, you're going into jewelry, you're doing all that. And that's very important to you, I assume.
Yeah,
right?
like this, and I can't do this by myself. Yeah. Right, and then I don't want to just go hire somebody. I want somebody who's gonna be part of the family. Like, even when I'm getting people to do shoes, I can hire people to do shoes, but I want people who are part of the family. Like, and when you're part of the family, I'm gonna treat you right for sure. Mm-hmm. You know, like, so that's all I'm trying to figure out. I'm just in the steps right now of getting somebody who's I'm not just paying somebody like, hey, make these for me. I want somebody who's got the same passion to keep making these for me. Like, yo, like, I got sick ideas, make it, you know, like it's family.
Yeah, they got the vision. They got the vision that you have.
That's what I need. Yeah, that's what I need. People.
It's hard finding a team, man.
It is.
But once you do it, once it clicks.
Yeah, like, if anybody sees this, DM me, and like, if you got something to offer, like, everybody's got something to offer.
Yeah.
You know?
Podcast, and I've gotten to know a lot about you and your story, and I hope you keep progressing towards the goals that you want to achieve with your clothing, jewelry, and your shoes. So if you haven't already, please check out Dangerous Kickz. Give him some love, show him some love, and maybe even cop some shoes.
Do it. Yeah. It's worth it.
For sure, I'll make it worth it.
And check out our vlog. It's up here. And until next time, I think.
Yeah, and like, if anybody like if somebody like Like, and if you know anything about clothing or anything like that, jewelry, like, shoot me a message, bro. Like, let's work together. And like, even like, I don't know, like, I just
let's
need
rise together.
Yeah, let's ride tour for a rise, man. Like that's what we need, you know. Like, we come up together. Winnipeg's slowly growing. Like, it's a real thing, right? So we all come up together and we take Canada, the world by storm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey man, thank you so much for checking out the podcast. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
Thanks, guys.